Hello, everybody. Hi, John. How you doing? Thanks a lot. I needed that. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, that's the song that won't never go away. Now that's the never ending. I needed that, John. I needed a laugh after today. It's been one of them days. How you doing, John? How's everybody your way? Hope doing good. On a little side note, I had a little sad news. Friends of mine down in Louisville, Kentucky, down there. Dave Crane, in particular, his cousin got killed. He was on the ground when that airplane crashed. So I did receive that sad news. So a lot of prayers for him down there. That was a bad deal. But anyhow, yeah, they received word of that they actually found him. So anyhow, that was a sad day. So I needed a laugh, John. Thanks. I needed that. And there's Never Done Projects. Randy, how you doing down there? Keeping everybody straight and on the up and narrow, I hope. Yeah, it's been a busy week for me. Once again, it's another busy week. We've done a bunch of everything. I'm Michelle. Shelly, hi. Glad you're all in here. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it very much. Mama M's in the house. I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, I received a little bit of sad news from a friend of mine down there in Louisville that his cousin was involved in that plane crash. So it's not good for them down there, but a lot of prayers down there. That was a bad deal. So, Bren, how you doing, Bren? Glad you all stopped in. Appreciate it. There's David. David's in the house. Yeah, David's in the house. Let's see who else is in there. Let me look over. Hey, Rich stopped in. I guess he woke up and decided to join into the party. Hi, Rich. How you doing? How's everybody this evening? Are you ready for the weather change? Because it's going to change here tomorrow. So I got a bunch of work done yesterday. Was off yesterday. I got a lot of stuff done outside. The garden's all cleaned up, tilled, leveled off, and I'm all good there. Done a bunch of weed eating for the end of the year. I know here it is November, weed eating. I just really kind of topped off the tall stuff. I didn't want blowing around in the winter wind. So that's what I did. It was a lot of it, but yeah, I got it all taken care of. So there's Shelly. Yeah. Hadn't seen Brent in a while. Yeah. In a while. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, about that time. Yeah. Well, it's good to see everybody in here. Bob's Garage is in here. How you doing, Bob? How's everybody your way? Hope everybody's doing fine. It's been some great weather. We've had at least last couple of days. It's going to change for us. So there's Frank. How you doing, Frank? Glad you come in. Appreciate you coming in. How you doing? Hope everybody's good that way. I'm doing okay. For an old guy. I'm doing okay, Frank. Appreciate that. Yep. Yeah, so it's been a busy week. A lot of going on at work. Almost had to go to Texas to pick up a tractor, but at the last minute, I said, I don't think I need to be involved with that trip because it was going to involve about 2 other trips. So I didn't want to be gone for 3 or 4 days. With the weather coming in and stuff, I needed to get the house taken care of, get the storm windows on, and all that good stuff. This is an old farmhouse, so yeah, the old storm. It ain't like the newer stuff where you just throw the window down. We're good, but this one here, I had to put the storm windows up and get them in place, sealed up, and all that. So yeah, I do that every year here. I've been here quite a while, so I'm used to that. So yeah, I'm glad everybody's in here. I appreciate it very much. An active Saturday. I appreciate you stopping in, Frank. I really do. Yeah. It ain't much of a live, trust me. I don't have all the big displays and all that stuff. I just come out here and ramble about whatever. I'll watch the screen over here and see what everybody's doing, make sure everybody's okay and stuff like that. I usually just yap about anything, Frank. So everything's up for game. So, like I said, Dave's cousin that got killed in that plane crash down there in Louisville. I knew him. I met him a couple of times. He's a real good guy. I hated to hear that. And so that's been on my mind most of the day. But like even he says, it was a bad deal. He's doing okay with it. I mean, Dave Crane is his name. He's from Louisville, Kentucky. Him and Justin Titus, they do transmission work down there in Louisville. A lot of transmission work down there is what they do. So they do a lot of diesels and stuff like that for pullers and racers and I mean they work on other stuff too. So, but yeah, they're mainly into the diesel tranny repair business. So yeah, that was awful. I mean, his other buddy, Donnie, who has a drag car down there, he sent me a picture shortly after it happened, and the picture of the plane rolling over right in front of him was crazy, just unbelievable. Yeah, that was sad. So that was the big bad goings on. So you never know. You just never know. So, but I dealt with that. I mean, like I said, I knew of him and met him several times down there because I've been down there several times. So I hated to hear that. He's a good kid. So, but anyhow, yeah, we'd been a bird. If we was meant to fly, we'd have feathers, is what I always say. I'm not flying. There ain't no way you can't catch me flying. I get it. People do every day. That's fine. I'm not flying. I'll tell you that right now. If I can't walk, crawl, roll, float, drive, I'm probably not going. That's what I can tell you. So, I mean, it's been quite a while since we've seen a, big passenger boat, sink and stuff like that. Boy, them airplanes, I'm just not. Plus the fact you're not in control. You're a passenger all the way through. So, but that's just my little 2 cents worth. But yeah, I get it. People's gonna fly. We're gonna drive. A lot of people die driving too. I get that. So. They don't act like humans on. That's funny, Shelley. Yeah. John Wilburn, he was in here. I'm sure he's still listening in there. He was the first to respond on here. I will say this, my channel, I kind of let it float along however it goes. It shows I'm right above 960 subs right now. I'm grateful for every one of them. I have a thing I'm going to do when I do 1,000. If I get 1,000, I'm about 40 away. So I'm going to say that, hey, I get there. I've already said I'm going to give away 10 of the hats. And that's what the hat kind of looks like that. So I'm going to give 10 of them hats away. And I don't know if I can do a shirt or not, only because of the sizes of the shirt. But I may give away a couple shirts on top of that. We'll see. I may have to change the shirt up. I mean, I got one here only because it's got the picture of my car, like that. That's on the back of it. And on the front of it, it's got that. Let's see if I can get that up in there. I can't see, but there it is. It's really a nice shirt. It really is a nice t-shirt. So now whether or not I can do shirts or not, I don't know, because people want different sizes all the time. So it's hard to get that. But I am going to give away 10 shirts when I get to 1,000, and I'll see about a shirt. And I got something else I'm going to give away to the 1,000 sub. If I can capture the guy or gal or whoever uh, is my 1,000 sub. If I can capture that name, and I got a special thing I'll send to them. So just something for the appreciation of people watching my dumb stuff, and I do appreciate it. I really started the channel just to really put what I do, repairs, tractors, cars, and all that stuff that I do. I done it mainly because I didn't have room on my phone anymore, and I didn't want to lose the stuff. So I started the channel, and then it grew into, hey, I want to go to No Name. So I had to have 500 subs. So I went there, you know, and it's doing pretty good. I mean, for all that. But yeah, I'm going to do something. I'm definitely going to do the 10 hat deal. The hats I'm definitely going to, do them away. See, that's, I mean, if you can read that, but they're a nice hat. I like them. Come out of Gunslinger Graphics. Tony's Hot Rod Garage makes them for me. So as soon as I get a little closer, I'm going to order 10 hats just for the giveaway. And I ain't quite figured out how I'm going to give them away, but we'll see. Might have the computer draw up names or something, or have a live like this, and then just I'll pick something out of the random from that and do something like that. I don't know. I'll probably have to get somebody to help me out on that if I draw it out of the computer. But other than that, yeah, it's been a wild week. Sam Blessed, a tractor, actually 2 tractors, but got them done. They're ready for primer and all that stuff. So let's see what we got going on over here. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. Let's see what we got. Flew over here from Columbus, Ohio, and back. That was enough for, David. I couldn't. Yeah, I've been to the airport, watched many airplane take off, and I'm still not flying. It just ain't gonna happen. They say once you're up in there, it's okay. It's always the landing and the takeoff that's bad. I'm not going to try to find that out. So. Peckerwood Customs, how you doing? How you been? Long time no hear, man. How's everybody your direction? Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, for those that didn't know, my name is Dennis, by the way. I answer a lot of names, been called a lot of names, so it just depends on which side. So it's fine. I'm all good. I got broad shoulders. So yeah, exactly, Frank. I've been called it all, and that's fine. I get it. No problem. Usually I get called bad names by people I've helped. That's usually what happens to me, I just try to do the best I can. That's all. If it ain't good enough, well, I don't know. Let me know. I'll see if I can make it better, I guess. If I can, I'll make it better. But I don't know, Shelly. I like ice cream myself, to be truthful. Just don't call me late for supper. I still love my food, even though I've lost a little bit of weight. I know it's hard to tell, but I've lost a little bit of weight. The doctor's happy with me. That's all that matters. I'm happy with myself. I lost a little weight and I'm keeping it off. So yeah, ice cream. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't got none here, but man, I could have some, but I ain't got none here. Zero Lash. I mean, Rich, how you doing? I'm sorry, Rich. Yeah, exactly. Ice cream. Yep. I'll talk about ice cream anytime. So Peckerwood, how you been? How's things on your end? Anything good going on? You got some good projects? Yeah, that's coffee, by the way. I normally don't drink coffee in the evening, but I'm having some tonight. Chipping away at the 68 Barracuda. How's that project coming along? Zero lash and half a turn of preload. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the preload. You know. Busted Radio Garage. Chris, how you doing? You're listening and all the way from Tennessee. How you doing, my man? I kind of seen there on the YouTuber there that you was headed south again to pick up something else, huh? I guess it is it going to be a surprise? Indecisive Garage. Tim, how you doing? How's your project coming along? Man, I'm glad to see everybody in here. I really appreciate it. I bet you are looking forward to driving that. Yeah, that's the whole part about doing the project and getting it closer and closer is the opportunity that hey, I'm going to drive that car, and that's what keeps you motivated. Yes, exactly. And Chris is way down there in Tennessee. He's down there hiding out. New guy's guitar. How you doing? Glad you stopped in. Welcome to the madness. Silky smooth. Probably need some 600 grit or some 800 grit cross hatching going on there. That'll smooth it out. Just saying. Just about finished ripping it apart. Monday, you're headed to North Carolina. Have a cage installed. Well, that sounds like progress. Yes, you are staying busy. You're probably the busiest shop on YouTube right now, brother. I'm telling you, you got stuff going on there. You've had it going on for a while. I'm totally impressed. I mean, man, I I can't tell you how much impressed I am with what you do down there, Chris. You my hat's off to you. That's what I can tell you. My bald head and all. Yep. So you got a lot going on, Chris. I mean, just to do the videos and trying to keep up with everything you got going on is amazing. Just thank you, and I appreciate everything you do, Chris. Just saying. Motivation is not your problem. I got a lot of motivation. My problem is I never get time to work on my project. I'm always doing something for the boss at work. And then I get busy. I come home and it's like, man, I'm tired. I just don't feel like doing much else here at the house. So that's my problem. It ain't, I mean, I guess that's motivation, I guess, but you sure got it going on, Chris. I'll give you that, no doubt. Frank, he does. I mean, he's got videos that are just, I can't catch them all. I mean, I've tried to go in there and watch everything, and it's hard to watch them. I mean, it's just like, wow, look what he's doing down there. It's like, man, that's a dream for me. So yeah, yeah. 1990, 75K. What? UV70. I can't read that hard for some reason. It's a guitar. Okay. Bryn's got new hubcaps for her car. Gonna have to wait till after the snow. Yeah, you're gonna get that lake effect snow up there, ain't you, Bryn? Gotcha, Frank. Right there. Gotcha. I appreciate you coming in. I really do. So that's my question, Frank. I want to know where he's got this time at. I mean, obviously he's got one of them clocks. He can stop the clock. Time don't march on, but you know, and he gets stuff done. There's no doubt. Yeah. I mean, he's always out looking for cars, going to get in a car and tearing cars apart. And I mean, yeah, it's an amazing. He's got an amazing channel there, no doubt, hands down. Yeah, I seen that, Brent. I seen it was like 14 to 20 inches of lake effect stuff. That's okay. You can keep all that up there for a while. They're talking maybe a dusting around here by Monday. So it's that time of the year. I don't want to see it come, but it's going to warm up, they say, after that. So after Tuesday here, it'll be back in the 60s, almost 70s by the weekend. So it's just a short time thing. So, but I still had to get the house ready. No matter what, I had to get my house ready. So it was time. I get that, Frank. I mean, I see what he does, and it's like, man, that's just awesome. You know, I mean, it's amazing. So, yeah. I feel lazy. I watch his channel, and it's like, man, I'm lazy. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do a lot of work at work when I'm at work, but man, when I come home and it's like I'm trying to wind down from what I did at work, and it's like, wow, this guy's going 24/7. It's amazing. That's all I can say. You know. Yep. I wish I had all that cool stuff to work with. I don't. I'm jealous, Chris. I'm just jealous. That's all. I'm sorry. I wish I had half of what you got going on. I mean, I got so much I want to do, and it's like, wait a minute, I got to work yet. You know, I'm retired and I got to work. So, Appreciate that, Chris. Be careful loading. Yeah, you're pretty much spot on there, Bob. Yeah, I've got a little bit of it. You know, I got it back in the shop. I worked on it a couple, I don't know, about 3 or 4 hours last week on it, and then I had to work. I've tore down 2 tractors, and I've got them sandblasted. Uh, Man, it's just been a lot going on at work, is what I can tell you. And you know, when I get done at work, I mean, there's so much I do there. You know, it's hard to describe, and I can't put it all on videos because if I sit there and try to mess with my phone and try to videotape what I'm doing during the day, I'd be shutting it off, turning it on every 2 or 3 minutes because I'm doing something different every 10 or 15 minutes. There's something else I'm going to do. I'd be walking through a building with tools in my hand to go fix something and have to stop, put the tools down, go back, get something else, and go fix something else that just broke. So, I mean, yeah. David, you're correct. It's phenomenal. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. So, I mean, that's me, but, you know, I mean, that's just what happens. So, be right in the middle of something. Had to get this trailer ready so it could go to Texas and back. And of course, it not only did it end up going to Texas, it went, I don't know, about 150, 200 miles south of Fort Worth. And then it went all the way over to Louisiana. So, I mean, it was going to be a big, long trip. And that's why I bowed out of that. It's like, yeah. Filming does make it tough because I got to have I don't have, I mean, I shouldn't say I don't have, I got a little tripod, but I mean, I'd be away from it so much that nobody would see what I'm really doing. That's my problem because, you know, I'm active over here, active over there, and I'm not in one little bitty spot all the time. So that makes it tough. I mean, if I was working on a centralized part or place, I could do that. It's just so hard to, yeah, that's why you see on almost all my videos in my library on there on the channel, it's kind of like, here's what I got. This is what I'm starting with. And then you might see a middle video. So, well, this is what I did. And then you might see the end of it. And as well, here's what it is after I got it covered and fixed. So, yeah, that's why you see what you see. It ain't a continuous video. So, yeah. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Mr. Lone Wrench Garage. How you doing, Mike? Glad you stopped in. We're just beating the bushes here. Busted Radio Garage. I mean, he's just amazing, phenomenal, amazing. Chris is all that right now. I can tell you. You still on vacation, Mike, or did you make it back home? I mean, I know you went all the way down to Never Done Projects place. You was there for a while. Did you make it back home, or did you continue on with the vacation? Been back for 3 days. Awesome. So now you get to go on vacation so you can rest up from the vacation. Is that right, Mike? Joe's in the house. How you doing, Joe? How's everybody your way? Joe's Beauty Room. Oh no, I ain't gonna give up on the dark sport right now. No, I ain't gonna do it unless there's a 66 satellite. I'd trade for it. You know, I'd give it up for that. Just saying. I've got a lot of work on that Dart already. I mean, the engine bay is all painted, and it's painted the original color the car is supposed to be. That's what I'm going to do with the car. So, I mean, it's got new lower quarter drops on it. It's got new trunk extensions in it. Tire saver holes been replaced. I mean, I've done a lot of work on that car. All underneath it's all done. The rear end's painted up. The front end's all been gone through. It's painted up and detailed out. I mean, I've done a lot of work on that Dart Sport. It's turned out really nice. I mean, I put new brake calipers on it and stuff like that. So it was really ready for a motor and a tranny to drop in it, just so I could make it a mobile piece on its own, so I could get in it, start it up, move it around without having to push it, pull it everywhere. That was my goal when I bought that motor, and then that motor was no good. Bought another motor, it wasn't no good. I'm just, I'm not going to stop working on the Dart. I'm into it pretty heavily, so nobody give me what I've got in it, I'd take a loss. So, I mean, if somebody offered me enough money, I guess I'd let it roll. But it is a 340 car. I wish I could find a 340. I'd stick a 340 in it. But money being money right now, after two bad motors, I don't think I could handle a motor. I got a motor that's in the machine shop that's been bored and all that. And I've got some pistons back here, some 40 over pistons for it. Well, it's 346 pack can be okay, but man, that six pack stuff, man, they want some money for that stuff. I mean, I got a LD 340 intake for 340 back here. It's all ready to go. I got a carburetor. The only thing I'm lacking really is, a block. And I got a 360 block that's fresh now. It's sitting in the machinist place. So I just got to decide if I want to just put it back as a 40 over 360, or do I want to get a crankshaft and rods and pistons and make it a little stroker. That's the only thing I haven't decided to do yet. So I almost throw the big block down in it, but I said, no, I'm going back to my roots. I'm going to go back to a car I can turn key. I love my drag car. Don't get me wrong. Bent every bar in that car, put every bolt and nut in that car, done the body work on my race car. And, it's sad, but I really want something now. I mean, I'm getting older. I just want to get something that I can turn key and drive down the road that looks good. Don't have to be a perfect restoration. It just has to look good and be a nice little driver. That's what I'm going to build. And that's what I'm going to have, whether it's this Dart Sport or whether I turn around and get a 66 Satellite. One of those two is going to happen for me. I'm not getting any younger. So, of course, none of us are. So, yeah, just about everybody can get into everybody's channel and check them out, sub them, like them. Make sure you get in there and leave a comment on a couple of their videos, stuff like that. If you like what you see, like what you see, do that. Try to make everybody kind of a wrench. That way you can go and check out the channels, and I don't have to sit and try to post everybody's channel, because I'll let you guys go into the channels you want to check out and sub to them if you want. And then, it makes it easier for us and me if you guys just check out the channels you like, and go from there. You'd be amazed at the friends you can make out here, really good friends. So that's what it's all about. Try to help each other out. I guess Zero Lash left us, I guess. Or is he lurking? Rich, you lurking? You still out there? Just checking. Mr. Preload. Just saying. I look 35. Man, I wish I was 35. you better add 31 to it. You'll get there. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I was 35. My God, I'd really do things different. I'd be in a much better place than I am right now. I can tell you that, Frank. But thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. '40ish, you young whippersnapper. Yeah, to be 35 or 40 again, man, wow. That do-over button, where's it at? You know, that easy button do-over. I want them two buttons. I can tell you right now that Busted Radio Garage has got the easy button. It's got to be easy for him because he makes it look easy. And I know it's not. I know he's putting in the work. He's putting in the time. I'm 66. I'll be 67 in April, coming up in a few short months. I'll be 67. Just saying. I feel okay. I'm fairly healthy. I'm overweight, obviously, but I'm working on that. I'm trying to get that shed off because I know where that's heading. So, and I sure as the world don't want to be sitting around. Woe is me. I'm going to move the best I can. All loaded up. You got a 6-hour drive home. Man, be careful. Appreciate you stopping in, Chris. I really do. Admire your work. Awesome. I wish I could give you 500 subs right now, but I appreciate everything you do. So definitely an inspiration. Phenomenal. Yeah, I got you beat, Tim, by a little bit, don't I? 11 months ain't much. Terrible 60s. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, right now it's not been too bad for me, Bob. I mean, I'm being honest. I mean, you know, it's been good for me for a while. I mean, I got hurt at work and stuff, and that took 3.5 years out of me. I didn't want, but I dealt with it and moved through it. I got a different outlook than what I had back then. So, it's always tough. I mean, when you get, 3.5 years of your life taken out because you can't do anything because you got hurt, you get 3 operations and stuff like it takes a little bit out of you. But I'm in pretty good shape now. Hopefully it stays that way. I wish everybody here, the best of health. Man, if you ain't got health, man, then you got just misery, and it compounds itself, and it's tough. It's tough to move when you're not feeling good, and yeah, I couldn't wait. That final operation I got, I said that's the last operation they're going to get on me. You best do the best you can, because I was all done with that. I don't want no more of that. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So I determined that I was going to have to change what I do, change my life. And yeah, I stay active. I work. When I'm at work, I'm working. Yeah, Frank, I get that. Standing stent, no, no, I don't want that either. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Oh God. Yeah. I wouldn't want any scent. My ex had some, you know. Miss comment about still chugging along on my 69 Barracuda. Well, yeah, you better keep chugging along on it. I might want to come along and drive along with you with it. How about that? You know, so you better get that CUDA done. Well, new guy, you take care of that heart. That's the only one you got. So you got best take care of it. That's no fun. Broke your back, had 3 heart failures. Now you got 40% of your heart failure. Wow. Wow. Well, take care of yourself there, Tim. 50s, that's young. And, to mention Rich too. I mean, he's got all this health stuff going on. I mean, he needs to be careful there too. Get up, move, do what you can. Keep as active as you can. Once you sit down, and accept the stuff, then that's when it's not long and that bad stuff starts happening. Hey, Robbie Calvert, there he is. He's in the house. Mr. Bad Fast Duster himself. How you doing, Robbie? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me race it a couple times. It'll be bad fast. Faster than mine. Just saying. I was going to call you tonight, Robbie, but I kind of figured you was doing that. I missed your calls the last few nights, so. Yeah, I know. I'll get behind the wheel of it. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Maybe I can get one of them big bad 360s built and put it in my dark sport and maybe run with you there, Robbie. What do you think of that? I'd have to blow nitrous in it, I think, pretty hard to catch you. That's what I think. Oh no, I ain't mad at you, Robbie. Ain't no way. That'll never happen. I can tell you that. I just been busy, man. I'm not kidding you. You wouldn't think an old retired guy'd be busy, but and yeah. I have to catch my breath. Saturday night I'm catching my breath right here. This is my break time. Almost thought about a turbo at one time, and I thought, you know what? I don't think I got the money for that. You know, that the bottle is bad enough. Every day we got is a blessing, David. Every day. I'm thankful for everyone. Been drooling over a 1950 Oldsmobile Rocket 88. Well, I had a buddy of mine that had a 1950 Oldsmobile two-door. Loved that little car. It was a neat car. Blue, white top. It's a cute little car. I don't know where it went. I mean, he passed away a year ago, and they sold all his car. He had I don't know, about 15 cars in his collection that he had. I don't know where his cars went. They sold them. So yeah, it's a cute car. I mean, it was totally restored, and I mean, it was a beautiful little car for an Oldsmobile. Yep, it was nice. I loved it. I wanted it. I told him, he'd pass away, send me that car, because I love that car. Tim, his car's a 10-0 car, 10-0, 10 teens. It should be in the nines. It should be a 980, 990 car if everything gets going. Oh yeah, he's got a bad fast car, right? That black one that's in my videos, that's his car. That's Robbie's car. Just saying. It's a bad fast car. He don't think so, but I think so. Oh, that's a pretty car. Yeah. Yeah, that black is, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say it's been 963 and a quarter, hasn't it, Robbie? Yep. So Zero Lash is back. Zero Lash is back in the house. Rich, you didn't miss nothing. We was just talking about bad fast cars, and that 57 Chevy ain't bad fast. So yeah, you ain't missed nothing, Rich. Zero Lash and a quarter preload. Yep. £4,000 truck. You can get there. You can get there. Frank, I tell him all the time that 9 seconds is bad fast, but he just, I don't know. There's him and another guy that I race with, Gary. I mean, nines is not fast enough. I mean, this other guy, he's in the eights. I think he wants to be in the fives. I ain't sure. Deep in the fives. I'm just trying to get a streetcar together now. That's what I'm trying to get done. I mean, I want it to be quick, but I don't want it to be no 10-second car either. So if I can get her in the low 12s, high 11s, I'll be something I can turnkey and drive on the road. 8 seconds on the street. Yeah. Well, I bet I could build something to put it there. I think Robbie would love to be about 9.0s, 890, 9.0s with this car. He'd probably be happy there, wouldn't you, Robbie? This segment's sponsored by Ice Mountain. No, it's not. Sorry. That's what I drink. Just saying. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You always want to build them where they'll go a little bit faster than what you want. That way you can back it off a little bit and she'll live for a long time. You don't have to wring its neck all the time. Yeah. What's that Indian summer about, Rich? What's that? What are you talking about? 930s is what's after. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember one time Gary said that too. Yeah. Yeah, that went out the window as soon as he got to 930. Get to 930, then you want to be, well, I think maybe 9.0s, 890s be nice. I mean, it's, you know, you know how that's going to go, Robbie. Robbie will have a 9.0 streetcar. That's what he'll have. '69 Dart was a high fives, low sixes in the eighth, and you drove it daily. That's bad fast. So watch Christmas videos of the day. I can't say when the last time I got to watch Christmas videos. Not the fact I don't like Christmas videos, but there's probably no doubt, Tim. You get that down to 32 or 3,300 pound truck. I think you're probably right there. That's what I think. Like I said, at 360, got done at the machine shop. I mean, I got some 40 over pistons back here. I could put in there. I mean, that'd give it some compression for sure. I don't know how much horsepower it would wring out of it, but I think for sure it'd be in the 11s. I think with the camshafts that I got, I think I could put her into the 11s. I think. Lots of fiberglass or carbon. Oh, yeah. Oh, you watched Chris's video the other day. Okay. Well, it said Christmas. So, just going off of that, Rich. Sorry. I just thought you were sitting around watching Christmas videos. Well, I mean, just saying, Rich. Yeah, Robbie, your car probably weighs what, 33? Almost, probably 33, probably. 32, 3,300 pound car. Weight's weight. Doesn't matter if it's in a car or a truck. If it's 3,000 pounds in a car, it's 3,000 pounds in a truck. It's the same weight. After that, it depends on horsepower, gears, tire size, converter, all that. All that plays a part. Your car was 2,100 pounds. Man, that wasn't a car. Roadster. There you go. 3423. Well, she's a heavyweight, for dusters. I mean, that's just about what they were factory, I think. I could be wrong, mate. That almost sounds like a factory weight. Yep. And my car with me in it, ready to race, was 2,900 pounds, 2,960. So that was with me in it. I just needed a bigger motor. That's what my car needed. It needed that 512 put in it, but I just, after all the hassles with that thing, I finally had to put the brakes to it and say, okay. Had a dragster that ran 790s, 454. Yep. Them pipe racks, man, they don't take much to make them fly. I thought about getting a pipe rack before I got hurt. Thought about it. And I decided to keep doing what I was doing until I got hurt. I don't know, Colleen. The Dart. I don't know what I'm really building it for, other than the fact that I want to have something that I can actually enjoy and drive on the street. Where my race car was strictly a race car, and that was all it was ever going to be. Putting it on the street would have been so tough to do, and almost financially not really feasible to do with that car that I built there. This Dart Sport, though, I don't know what all the rules are for that class down there. I don't know. I'm really just building it for something to enjoy and be able to drive to the street, take it to a little cruise. It'll look good enough to drive to a little cruise in car show kind of deal. That's what I'm really building. If it gets faster than 1180s, we'll see what happens. But I don't foresee it being any faster than that unless I really build something wild on engines, But I want to be able to keep it streetable no matter what. I want to be able to turn the key and drive. That's what I want to do. That's me. But as far as the Triple Crown, I've never looked into their rules. I'm always a bracket racer guy. So for the lack of safety features. Yeah, Frank, you say that, and I can tell you right now, there's a lot of cars out there that they really started picking on them. Half of them couldn't be there. Just saying, some of them have the safety features there. There's no doubt, but most of it's all expired stuff. I hate to say that and admit it, but yeah. But now anymore, almost every track is in some kind of a organization, WDBRs or whatever, and IHRAs, NHRAs. Robbie, I'm glad you stopped in. You have a good night. Be careful up there. Watch out for the snow. It's coming for you. Just saying. So be careful. Have a good one there, Robbie. I'll give you a call. most tracks, usually about the second or third pass, they'll come. If they're watching you, they'll come down there and have a little conversation with you. If they're watching you. So it depends on the event you go to. Most like the private stuff, where the track's not involved with it too much. Outside of they're just hosting the event. Why, normally most of the other bracket racing stuff, special events and stuff like that, they don't really look at you really hard. NHRA, if you're at an NHRA event, they're going to look at everything you got, because they're going to want numbers and all kinds of stuff off of your SFI stuff. It's been a good little live show. Ain't been too bad. I ain't babbled off too bad, I don't guess. Squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Rich said he's going to go out trolling, so he's out lurking. Mr. Zero Lash, quarter ton preload guy. Yeah, scattered shields. Yeah, you want that for sure. Hide your kids on your wives. That's awesome, Frank. Yep. Top dead center. Yeah, it's got to be at top dead center. So, yep. I was going to ask him before he left if he got that fuel pump working and on that car yet. Yeah, that was my next question to him. Kind of forgot about the fuel pump issue. Yeah, I'll drill him about it. Just saying. I mean, I think we could put a timer on him, or maybe, I don't know, maybe we use a calendar right now as to how long does it take to put a fuel pump on a 283 small block Chevy, and put him on a timer on top of it and see how, just saying. Well, he did come on here a couple of lives ago and said he had him a gal friend. So, maybe he's busy now. Maybe he ain't got time to put fuel pumps on and work on a Chevy. Maybe he's busy. He could be busy. Just saying. Bob, appreciate you coming in. Really do. Get to work on that CUDA, man. Maybe we can get them done both about the same time. We can go cruising in the cars together. That'd be cool. Yeah, I wonder how I could set him up with a timer as to how long it takes to get a fuel pump. I mean, we're already a couple months in already, so Bob would probably win, or I'd let him win. I don't know if I'd let him. He might have to earn it. David choked on his coffee. Why'd you choke on your coffee, David? Yeah, Brennan and Shelly, they fell asleep there. Yeah, they checked out. Could be worse, I guess, David. Could be worse. Just think, you could be a neighbor and go help him, David. Oh, there's Bryn. She jumped right back in there. She's knitting and listening. She's lurking with lurker. Oh, Tim, I'm all about people earning it. If I'm going to raise somebody, and it's serious, yeah, you're going to earn it. I guarantee you're going to earn it with me. Did a lot of brush cutting today. Yeah. Well, I done a bunch of weed eating yesterday. I know that's not brush cutting. Brush cutting's hard work. So, yeah, I get that. Yeah, yeah. Shelly needs some help on her car. I don't know how to how to get any help up there where she's at. I don't know. If she wasn't so far away, I'd make a trip, but and that's about a 7-8 hour trip even for me. Unfinished project has joined the chat. Phenomenal. I love that word. That's what this whole show has been about all evening now. It's been phenomenal. She's up in Michigan. I think she's up in Michigan. I think that's where she's at. David knows where she's at, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. She's up in Michigan, I believe. Ohio. She's up there somewhere. Where's she at, David? See there, I told you Rich was lurking. He didn't leave. He's been sitting back there lurking. Mr. Zero Lash quarter turn preload. By the way, Rich, I'm going to put you on the clock on this fuel pump deal. I understand, weather's been bad and you've not felt good. But I'm going to put you on the clock of how long it takes to put this fuel pump and get this fuel pump working on that car. That way you don't have to keep dumping gas down that carburetor. Get that baby running and let it run for about 20 or 30 minutes. Let's see what you got then. Just saying. Send Paul and Mega. Oh, no, Frank. No. That's so wrong. I don't think that'd be help at all. Yeah, I don't think it'd be any help, Frank. Half turn preload. Yeah. Did you ever get the fuel pump working on that car, Rich? Did you get it on the car working? I mean, a brand new fuel pump. I mean, that should just go right in there. The arm is too small for the rod. Well, that push rod, I believe, is fairly close to like 3/8 around. I don't believe it's possible on a small block Chevy for that rod to bypass or go around that arm of that fuel pump, Rich. Just saying. Yeah, I mean that's another option. I mean, put a little bitty electric pump on there. I mean, if you can't get that to work for some reason, whatever that reason is, I mean, you could put a little electric pump on there, and I mean, they sell them everywhere. I mean, you should just be able to walk in and pick up a little clickety clack pump at AutoZone, O'Reilly's, even Napa, and pick up a cheap electric fuel pump. Shoot, Kenny, even for the time being, he could just leave the pump on there and, bypass, just leave the pump on and bypass the fuel line with the electric pump and hook it up. And, you know, I mean, at least get the car running for 20 or 30 minutes and let it, see what happens with it. It will either run or it'll blow up, but it would do something like after all this time, that motor would either run or blow up for me. That's what I can tell you. Just saying. Even if I had to hire a mechanic for an hour or two to come out there and say, "Here, get this thing running for me," man, that'd be the best money you could spend, is have, means you're not able to. If that's the case, then, get a mobile mechanic or somebody out there to look at that thing and say, okay, it starts and running it, and it blew up in 10 minutes. At least ways you'd move on from that deal and just either get another motor, which I probably would have done long before now. Yeah. Well, then put it back. Put the distributor back where it was, where it started. Put it back there. You know, it started there at least. But that pouring that gas on the carburetor, there ain't nothing good comes out of that. That's good to see if it fires up and stuff. But man, you need to get a constant fuel going to it so that car or that motor will run for a while and see what you got. See what the oil pressure is doing, see what the motor's doing. I mean, if the motor blows up or if it's junk, I'd done moved on and got me something else after all of this time. I'd had a motor in there and I'd be driving that car down the road if that's the car you want to go with. Just saying. I ain't trying to beat you up or nothing, Rich, but that's where I'd be. That's just me. Not trying to beat you up on it, Rich. Just saying. After all of this time and all the aggravation. LP94 is in the house. There he is right there. LP, how you doing, man? Well, as far as the pump arm being more heavier on the oil, and that has nothing to do with the pump itself. They improved that stuff a lot since the days that car was built, as far as replacement pumps. It's always the angle of coming off of that camshaft and that push rod coming down and hitting that pump arm. Oh, I'm not saying you don't know something about cars, but I mean, I think it's just being overlooked for whatever reason. I'm just telling you, you got to get the dumping the gas down the carburetor is just, it's okay to get it to fire up. It's okay. It's going to fire up. After that, hook up a pump to it. So you got a constant feed there of fuel. That's starting it up and running it for 30 seconds and dropping, man, there ain't nothing good comes out of that either. Just saying. And I'm right out front about it. I'd either make that engine run right now, or I'd be heaving that motor out and throwing it in the yard and there'd be something else in it. That's just me. I couldn't, I mean, and you put a lot of your time in that thing for the last, I don't know, year, 3 years, I guess. I'd had to call it on that motor long ago, but that's me, Rich. So I mean, trying to beat you up. Everybody has to go about it their own way. You advance it a little bit, the engine doesn't want to run. Because it's not in time. That's why it's either slow or it's probably too slow on time. That'd be my guess. I ain't there and I ain't listening to it a lot. So it's hard to get a good listen to what I hear on video. What I do know, Rich, is you got to get gas up to that carburetor on a constant basis so you can get the car to run, so you can get out there and adjust the timing on it, get a timing light on it and see where it is and then see what the engine does for you. I mean, that's what's got to happen. I mean, good, bad, or indifferent. I mean, I've tried to find that video, JB, and I couldn't find the video where he put the timing chain and gears in it. So I can't make a comment on where he put the timing chain and gears in at. But that could very well be a big problem if the timing chain and gears are not in the correct corresponding places, for sure. Smokes in the house. How you doing, Smokes? How you been? Oh, I get it, Rich. I mean, I'd have to get the motor running before I do any more work to that car. I'm just telling you, that motor will have to show me something. And I'm just saying that I understand you've done a lot of other stuff along the way here, but I'm just saying, man, that's the lifeblood. That's a heartbeat of that car. That motor has to run before you do anything else to that car. You do what you want. It's your car. You proceed however you need to go there. But I'm telling you straight up, man, that motor would have to run. After all this time, that motor either runs or I'm heaving it out. I probably would have done that long ago, but I know a guy wants to try to keep that as original as possible. I get it, Rich. I really do. I ain't trying to make this, my life about a 57 Chevy. I mean, that's your car. You got to proceed with it like everybody else proceeds with their cars. I get it totally. So, I mean, if nothing else, I would have hung something up and gravity feed the carburetor so it'd run for, 20 minutes or something, so I could adjust timing with a timing light and adjust the carburetor and try to get it to settle out and run out good. Then you know what you got, how to proceed. Yeah, to me, I always make sure the motor runs good enough that I can tune it up and I can drive it where it moves on its own power, all that kind of stuff before I do any kind of body work on my cars. That's just me. It's what I do. It's got to show me that it has potential to be something. Now, me and my car, I don't have a motor. I've bought motors and they was junk. They was junk before I ever put them in. So I didn't put them in. And I'm building a motor. So I won't take a chance now. I won't buy a used motor. I just heck with it. I mean, I'll spend $1,000 on machine work easily, and I'll spend another $600-700, maybe $800 or more in pistons. That's what I'm going to do with my stuff. I mean, I don't want all that aggravation that you've been through for 3 or 4 years. Well, 180 out's not a big deal. I mean, I get that. I mean, that happens. You get a distributor. It's I've seen guys put them in 180 out, capture it real fast, and that's a 10-minute fix at best. So I've seen guys leave the distributor in there and wire it. So I learned a long time ago, it really doesn't matter. I mean, in my world, Rich, it doesn't matter where I put the distributor. I can wire it. I mean, it don't have to go to the factory position for me. But I get it. People want to put it in factory position. That's fine. Yep. I've walked the cap. I've done it all. I had 302 Fords that would jump timing all the time because the time chain and the gears was junk, and I just keep flipping a wire. Eventually you get tired doing that because pretty soon the car won't run because it gets too far out, and the valves don't like stuff like that. So, yeah, just saying. I've done a lot of silly things too, just not. But you was there. You changed the timing chain and gear set, so you should know exactly where you put that. It is critical where you line that up at. So, just saying. Yeah, I mean, Rich, I hear it start. Yeah, I hear it start. And run as long as you're pouring gas down that carburetor or got gas in the car. But that's only like 25, 30 seconds of runtime. That's really not doing much. Other than the fact, hey, it will start and run. That Chevy should start like that. That's what I can tell you. Just saying. Like I said, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I mean, you've had, yeah. Well, I don't know what else to say, Rich. I mean, I'm trying to be as brutal honest as I can be. I ain't going to beat around the bush. Well, you let it beat up on you, you know. That's what you got to stop doing. I'll never withdraw from a challenge. I'll tell you that, Rich. If something works on me, like you got going on there with that car, it wouldn't take me long to figure this game out. Man, I've thrown engines out on the ground with a little chain hoist and a tree branch and a blocks of wood. So I've done stuff the harsh way. So I wouldn't have a. But you either stand up and stand tall, Rich, and say, well, it ain't going to beat me. Or you just, curl back and let it sit some more. I don't know. Yeah, I think everybody has tried to help you, Rich, really. I see, there ain't no way. I don't care what's going on. There ain't no car going to beat me. I ain't no way the car's going to beat me. I'll tell you that. I can beat myself, but I ain't going to let no car, tractor, or anything beat me. Just ain't going to happen. Bad Tree's in the house. How you doing, Bad Tree? Mr. Brad, how's everybody your direction? The Hawkeyes lost and you're out of beer. How does that happen? I'm talking about out of beer, not necessarily. Just saying, Brad. I'm sorry. Well, Rich, there could be several things going on there. I mean, why it's cranking so long. Uh, I'll throw out a couple things. Compression comes to my mind right out of the first of the gate. How much compression is all them cylinders got? I have to know where they're at. First off, I'm not a big compression tester guy. I like a leak down test better than all of it because it will tell me exactly what's going on in every cylinder. And it pretty much tell me where it's going out at too. It'll tell me if it's coming up through the intake or if it's going out the exhaust. So I like a leak down tester better than I do a compression test. But that's me. I mean, everybody does their own little thing, and that's fine. I'm not going to kick the compression tester either, but I'm more worried about how much leak down it has. How much is getting past the valves? How much is getting past the rings? That's where I'd be looking at, being it don't start it right up. So it tells me that she's probably really low on compression. And I ain't there to look at the car. I just hear it. But that's me. I'd do a leak down test on it before I'd ever do a compression test. But everybody's got their own way. And, hey, do a compression test. I mean, that tells you what the static compression is going on. And that's good. There shouldn't be any antifreeze leaking. I mean, if it is, then you got other issues bigger. So, yeah, it's good to know that you're not having any antifreeze. You don't want that for sure. So that just tells you right now you don't have any leaks or cracks going anywhere. So the big test is trying to get this engine to run, Rich, long enough to see what it's giving you. And man, after all this time, I don't know. I hate to tell you, but I'd shit canned it and I'd found a motor to throw in there and I'd be if that's a car you want and you want to drive it and enjoy it, that's what I'd done with this car long ago. I'd heave hoed. Man, I hate to tell you, but man, I would have got me a sheet of plywood, went up and go rent place to rent a cherry picker, and that motor had been out, and I'd found me a 350 or something. I'd throw it in there, motor, tranny, and all, because right now you don't even know about the tranny. I mean, you can do all this work and try to get this motor going, and then the tranny's south. I'm just throwing it out there. I would have. Before I'd done any other work to this car, motor and tranny it's the heartbeat of the car. If you ain't got that, you ain't got a car. You got a body sitting there. Yeah, I'm sure that's a Power Glide that's in there. I'm sure of it. Oh, I don't think the car is cursed. I just think you're going about it wrong. I'm flat out tell you, I think you're going about it wrong. I think you're trying to salvage something here that's telling you that, hey, it's tired. Replace it. You can keep the engine and have it redone for down the road. I mean, if you're trying to be politically correct with the car, I'm not trying to piss you off. I ain't trying to do that, Rich. I'm just telling you straight up that, hey, if you really want this car and you want to drive it and enjoy it, man, I'd be all about it right now. I'd be looking in the Yellow Pages marketplace. I'd be calling friends or somebody. Hey, I'm looking for a motor for this thing, and I don't really want to have a project motor or tranny. I'd like to have something that's pretty much known piece and trusting. And I'd go that route. All that shit come out of there and something else would be in there. That's just me being brutally honest about it. I ain't gonna say the car's cursed. Tim, thanks for coming in. I'm sorry, we got off on intangent here, but trying to encourage Rich to move forward here, move on. And I know, the health deal, all that, I get it, understand it. Yep, 4 years 2 years would have been enough. I wouldn't have took me that long, Rich. I'll tell you that right straight up, man. Oh, I'm not saying, guy couldn't get the 283 going. I mean, he's changed out two pistons in it. And, he's got the other one sitting there. I mean, if you're going to rebuild it, then, rebuild it. Fix it. Pop the heads back off and have the heads, taken care of. Spend, about $500 or $600, $700, $800 and probably fix those heads, get them close enough where they'd run good. But yeah, you're going to spend some money. Well, if it needs to have over 100, if you're going on compression test, I mean, once they get down to 100 pounds in a cylinder, man, they ain't going to run right. I mean, I'm not saying it won't fire off at 75 or 80 pounds, but it ain't going to be happy there. That's just my little, that thing ought to be way over 100 pounds of compression if you're looking at a tester. That's why I love a leak down. Leak down tester will tell you everything you need to know about that motor. It'll tell you where your air is going everywhere. Whether it's going down in the oil pan past the rings or if it's going up through the valves, intake side or the exhaust side. It'll tell you. So I think I suggested that to you a long time ago. A compression tester, yeah, it does tell you something, no doubt. But at least ways you'll know where it's going. Out of each cylinder, you write it down and say, I got this much percent leak. Sounds like it's going out the exhaust. Sounds like it's coming out the intake. Sounds like it's coming out both. Oh, yeah. But that's what I do. That's my little soapbox about your 57 Chevy. So, well, so long as you know that the transmission's fine and you're happy with it, then that's all that needs to be said about the transmission then, Rich. I don't know if he has access to a compressor or not. I don't know. Don't know. I mean, I get it why people use a compression tester because you don't need an air compressor. But yeah, it'd be a cast iron 2-speed power glide. Yep. Yeah, so I mean, tranny's fine, and that's half of it. I know you've been, health wise has, kept you down. I get all that, Rich. I'm dude, I was out of action for 3.5 years. So trust me, I know about being out of action. So I understand that. I think he said he did drive it down the road. So I'm going to assume that the car ran good enough to drive down the road. So Paraglide's pretty hard to kill, and they're pretty durable tranny. I didn't know nothing about the training. That's why I say, hey, this thing needs to prove itself before you do anything else to the car. You know. Yeah, you might be catching on there, Rich. I try to motivate. I'll motivate you as far as you want to go. Once you put the brakes to it, dude, I can't help you anymore. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're all pushing the envelope of the snow and bad weather, and some of us has got a nice shop to work in, and that's awesome. You know, and that's great. But unfortunately, Rich is out in the elements. I get that. I've been there. I've, I've been out there at 25 below zero changing a starter on a Chevy. So I've been out there. I know what that's like to be underneath the car at 25 below zero and trying to change a starter out on a Chevy. So I've been there. It's not fun. Yeah, I thought you had pistons and rings. I mean, been me when I changed two. Guess what other ones? I'd changed them all out of there. Yeah. But that, you made that decision when you done that. So well, heads is kind of one of them things that, I mean, some of it will depend on how much of it you want done, Rich, as far as the heads. I mean, they may take them apart and say, man, the guides are gone, the seats are gone. I mean, that's probably where you're looking at. I mean, that could well jump into some money. I don't know on small block Chevy heads how they price that. So yeah. But here you go, Rich. I'm going to throw it out there. I mean, if you really want this car to run, man, give it a chance to run. I mean, you're fighting something, obviously, because if it was in good shape, that thing, if it was close, I mean, it should fire off and do it rather quickly. It shouldn't be a struggle. It really shouldn't. But I've seen this battle now in your videos. I mean, I get it. I'm just trying to push you a little bit, Rich. I mean, time's flying by. I mean, just stop and think about it, Rich. Just stop and think about this. 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever you got this car, and look where you're at now. You're probably not any closer than what you was 3 years ago, what you are right now. Really, I mean, I went back and looked at your videos. I think I'm pretty close to that. Yeah, I think, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get you to go to. I'm trying to get you to go the other, this direction you're on is not working, not panning out. So I'm just trying to get you to motivate. I mean, if you really want this car to run, you want to drive this car around or whatever you want to do with it, I mean, man, I'd be on it. And I'm sorry, I wouldn't stop just because, well, I'm out of breath. I get it, understand it, but that car ain't going to beat me. I'll tell you that right now. I work with tractors that are locked up, haven't run in 15, 20 years. I deal with motors all the time, just like that. So there ain't no way I'm going to let that stuff beat me unless that thing is just completely destroyed inside. It ain't going to beat me. Rusted Metal Garage, how you doing down there? How's everybody your way? Are you going to get involved with any of that snow up north here? Rusted Metal? Flurries, yep. That's what they're calling for here. Yeah, I mean, they're outside chance by Monday. By Monday, we might see an inch, maybe. Exactly, Kenny. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Pick up a 305 or even a 350. They're out there. You can pick them up. I mean, they're out there. Definitely out there. There's a lot of options. I mean, as far as small block Chevy goes. I don't, I wouldn't say they're actually bored, Rich. I just think that they're looking for progress. I think they like to see the progress of the car, and it's always going to be about the car there. So that's just me. I just think they want to see you actually make some good moves on it instead of it still being the same discouragement after all this time. That's just my thought. I mean, I thought you'd be running and driving it around by now. Shit can the motor that's in it for a while and put something in there that does run and move for you. That's just that's my little teapot I'm telling you. So yeah, trying to start a fire under you. Yeah. Yeah. You're not getting any younger. You're not going to get any healthier sitting around doing nothing about it. You got to get up and you got to move, do something and make the car happen. If you ain't going to make it happen, then just stop. Go a different direction. Well, put it to good effort. You got to put it to good effort. Move on from it, let that motor go and then move on. That's what you do. I mean, I don't know what else you do. I mean, you've did everything you can. So, you know, oh yeah. I mean, he could fix the 283. I mean, he's got the other 7 new pistons he could put in the bottom end of it and the rod bearings and stuff. So, I mean, as far as making it a runner, I think the bottom end of the motor would probably clear up and be okay. I think he needs to pop the heads off and get the heads looked at and see how bad they really are at a machine shop. So yeah, Frank, I totally believe that 283 can happen. That means backing up, pull the oil pan back up, pop the heads off, send the heads off, to a machine shop and say, here, fix them best you can. And if it's a money issue, then say, hey, I only got this amount of money. What can you do for me? And I guess that's how you approach it. Oh, there's so many options at 455. Oh yeah, or 454. Big block Chevy. You know, a lot of ranges to go from, but then it begats other stuff. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it just takes it too long to fire up, and then it don't run long enough because it don't have enough fuel supply to keep it running long enough so you can make make some adjustments. Try to see if you can get the motor to level out some. So that's why it's kind of critical to get a fuel supply going to it. Either electric fuel pump for a temporary setup just to get it to go. Yep, air, fuel, spark, combustion. Yep. Oh, I think he can make that 283 go. I mean, he's got the 7 other pistons. Just I mean, pull the heads off and pop the other pistons off and pop them back down there in order. Yeah, you can do a compression test all the way around. Sure. I, uh, I think it's low on compression, except for maybe 2 cylinders. And if the 2 cylinders he put the pistons in, if it's low compression there, he's definitely got a head problem for sure. I mean, if they're low on compression after putting piston and rings on them. That's just what my thoughts are, Frank. I mean, I have to look at them 2 cylinders there having new pistons and rings on them. I would think that would be the 2 best cylinders of the engine. But man, if they're all 100 or under 100, I'd say there's a problem. It will never run right under 100 compression. Just even on a compression tester. That's my thought. Somebody else may have something else to say about that, but I think that once you get below 100 pounds of compression test on a cylinder, I think you got a problem. Yeah, that's how I look at it. I mean, if you got new pistons and rings and 2 cylinders and they're low on compression, yeah, it's got to be a valve train issue there somewhere. She's leaking out the head valves there somewhere. That's just my thought. So that's why I like a leak down tester over a compression tester, but he don't have an air compressor, I'm sure, there to supply any air. So yeah, if he's and I'll about bet that his compression's down even on them 2 cylinders. He put the new piston rings in. I'll bet they're down on them. Oh, anyhow, yeah, Rich, we'll move on. No problem. I beat up on you enough. You'll be all right. Rusted metal, what are you working on? Tomorrow's Saturday. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. Got a few projects. Anything exciting projects? What's your favorite project, Rusted Metal, that you're working on? What's your favorite one? $65. $65 what? Chevy or GTO? Value? 65 VW. C10. Okay. My very first car, Frank, was a 64 VW Beetle. My very first car. My stepdad gave it to me on the condition that if I could put the motor in it by myself and get it running, I could have the car. That's how I got my very first car. I worked to earn it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 65 EW. I mean, they're about as simple and basic car as there is. Yeah. And I jumped right to a 65 Oldsmobile, the only Oldsmobile I ever owned in my life. It was an F85. Boy, I wish I had that car today. It's worth some money. But unfortunately, it went away long ago. But it was an okay car. Yeah, I like the C65 GTOs too. 65 up to, I don't know, 67 maybe. I like that up to them years. After that, they kind of change the front end too much for me. But that, they're still good cars. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, F85. Yeah, it was a neat car. Yep. Yeah. It wasn't no big optioned car, but now I know what I know now. F85. Well, yeah, I should have kept that car. But yeah, yeah. It had an overheating problem I could never get rid of. I don't know. I mean, I put different radiators in it, different thermostats, took thermostats out, partial thermostats in. That car just ran hot. I couldn't keep it from running hot. I tried. Don't know why it ran hot. It ran good. I mean, it run good, but man, she'd get hot. I mean, red hot. Yeah, yeah. I wish I had the car today. Even running hot, it'd be worth money. Yep. I've had quite a few interesting cars. Best car I ever owned, hands down, 71 Maverick. Inline 6-car, 3-speed on the tree. That was the best car. I don't care. That was the best car I ever owned. Yep. Never left me stranded. Always started. I mean, harshest of winters. Put snow tires on it in the winter and go anywhere I wanted to go. I owned 3 of them Mavericks. I wanted a grabber so bad. I had one. It was had everything. It wasn't a grabber, but it had just about all the options of a grabber. It was a nice car. I had a lot of front ends with problems with that one though, with the V8 in there. It just, I don't know. I've always wanted a '68 Cougar. I've never owned one, but I just love the looks of them cars. At 68, 67, I know they look the same. 69, kind of the same, but man, that's 68. I do like a '68 Cougar, and I do love a grabber. So yeah, they do kind of remind you a little bit of a Camaro look. But they say the same thing about Duster. They look like a Nova if you look at that, rear quarter panel patch area there. She kind of it'll remind you of the Nova, the Duster as well, and they'll get confused. People look at it, so that's a Nova, yeah, yeah, 68-year-old Cougar, yeah, yeah, ain't that something? Yeah, yeah. I don't think that's a Cougar I was thinking of, but okay, that's funny. I can't even get a 66-year-old Cougar right, and they didn't make them. Just saying. My sister had a Cosworth Vega back in the day. Man, I want to think that was like a 71. I think it was a 71 GT Cosworth. Yeah, she had that car. If I remember right, I think she bought it brand new because she graduated. My sister graduated in '68, and she was in the army for a little while. Got out and bought that Vega. I believe it was a '71 GT with a Cosworth in it. I remember when I was a teenager then. They're just getting into the teenage years then, and it's like, man, that's a weird looking motor. Yeah, they're rare. Yeah, I think they was rare when they made them new. That's what I think. But I tell you one of the weird. See, here's another problem. Back in the '67 through about '73, we were scrapping cars. I mean, stepdad he got into scrapping cars, and that's what we did. And we had man, I want to say it was a '68 or '69 Pontiac Firebird convertible with an overhead cam 6-cylinder motor in it. I don't know how rare that was, but we scrapped that car. I mean, it went to the shredder. Now you look at it and go, oh my God, that car has to be rare. So convertible with an overhead cam 6 in it. Yeah, that's what they say now. I mean, I don't follow too much of the Pontiac stuff, but I just look at it, man, that had to be a rare car. We scrapped a lot of stuff though back in the '60s and early '70s. Man, we scrapped some cars. I mean, it's a shame. I think about some of that stuff now, and it's like, wow. You bet Rich could hook me up with a 68-year-old. Oh, David. Almost made me spit up. See, back when we were scrapping, we had to set the cars on fire. We had to burn the interiors out of them because they wouldn't take them with the interiors. So every car that we scrapped, well, we set on fire. And if they was full frame, we cut the frames out because the frame, you cut them up in little 4-foot sections, and that was prepared iron. That's what we did back in the day. Juan's in the house. How you doing, Juan? Yeah, yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I can tell you couldn't resist, David. I can tell. How did I know you couldn't resist? Well, we had to change the subject, you know. So we're changing the subject. 68-year-old cougars. I don't know how we got the 68-year-old cougars, but we're here. I'm talking about a 68 Cougar car, but yeah, now we're into this. So, you know, here we are. We arrived. And David likes manual cars. That's funny. Well, it's Saturday night. Well, what time it is, but it's here it is 9:01 according to my fine watch over here. I got 17 likes, 10 people watching still. So it's been great. It's been over 2 hours. Again, I think I'm going to get ready and call her a night here. I appreciate each and every one of you coming in for sure. I don't know. I ain't famous by nothing. So, you know, no, I appreciate you all coming in. Frank, Juan, Rich. Hopefully I'll let a fire under your butt, Rich. I hope. If not, I'm sorry. So anyhow, that's the way that goes. NSB just jumped in the house. Hey, how you doing down there? How's things in Florida? You ain't got no iguanas falling out of the tree or anything yet, have you? It's probably warm down in Florida, ain't it? Well, this cold front's coming down. It's coming down there too. It should be there by about Monday, I think. They talk about the iguanas falling out of the trees and stuff. I don't know. I hear about it, but nobody's ever sent any videos of that. How's everybody down in Florida? Mr. NSB, how's your projects coming along? I haven't heard much out of your projects. Well, I think cool weather's coming to you. So you just wait a couple days or so, and I think you'll see some 35, 40 degree weather there. So you might actually have to use a heater or something down there. I ain't sure. Frank says, Larry said I can buy the car for $300. So the 57 Chevy is for sale for $300, right? Yeah. Heater. What's a heater? Oh, you just turn on light bulbs down there to heat with. I'll bet. That's your heater. A fan and a light bulb. Is that right? That's wrong. That's wrong. Ain't no way you can heat a building with a light bulb. Stop that. That was wrong. I'm sorry. And I appreciate you coming in, NSB. It's good hearing from you. Hey, you need to text me once in a while. Send me some pictures of your project. You can do that. I'd like to see some projects, you know, that tractor and stuff. And anything. I like hearing from you guys down there. So, anyhow, it's been over 2 hours that I've blabbled off a bunch of nothing. So, yeah, let's see some shit. Exactly. Anyhow, guys, I appreciate you all coming in. Be careful, be kind to everybody, encourage everybody the best you can. Be safe, and we'll all see you all later on. Appreciate you all. If you like what you heard, seen, like, share, subscribe if you want. I appreciate it all. So anyhow, thank you all. See you all on the next one.